Skipping through the Sistory, we jump into her story every first Monday of the month. For the month of August, we are highlighting the one and only Miss Bridgette Johnson. Bridgette, tell us a little about yourself.
I am a mother of three handsome young men, or yes, adults, men. Elijah's 23, about to be 24. Najee's 17, and Isaiah is 14. My men. Bridgette is a goofball. Bridgette is naturally blonde. Bridgette is what did I say? An introverted extrovert. Like I love to be around happiness. I feed off of happy energy. You happy, I'm happy. And that's just me. It's hard to catch me in a bad mood. Although I do have a bad side, but I don't like that side. I like to be happy. So that's Bridgette. Bridgette is happiness. And not of many words.
Thank you for sharing. Can you now tell us your journey into the 40 Plus Double Dutch Club?
It wasn't something that I was actually looking for. It was just a scrolling on Facebook, and I saw the Chicago Sisters, and it just took me back to my childhood where I was like, wow, I want to jump, and I wanted to see if they had something like that in Arizona. So I reached out on the page. They led me to Janet and Lolita. Janet hit me up. The following Tuesday, I was there with my mom, my sister, and Shirley, and been there ever since.
So you're at your very first meetup.
After my first, my first time getting to Phoenix and experiencing my first time at a Double Dutch meetup was at the Phoenix Sub Club, and it was just an amazing 2 hours. I was welcomed with open arms. It was like I knew everybody for years. Everybody was just so welcoming. It was a great experience. We danced, we jumped, we laughed. It was just everything I needed. It was a break because I am a mom. So they're both in football. They're involved in sports. So I'm a football mom. I'm a track mom. I'm a Uber mom. I'm driving to every practice and games. And so to have that little break, it was refreshing. But it was also a little far and on a Tuesday night. So I wanted something like that in the West Valley, not knowing that, you can start sub clubs. Gucci had approached me with it and saying, she was getting ready to move to the West Valley. She wanted to start a sub club in the West Valley. Would I be interested in starting it with her, being captain, co-captain? And I was immediately like, yes, I want to do it. When we gonna start? So that's how Goodyear started, was with Gucci wanting to start Goodyear up. And he asked me, and then here we are.
Wow, what an amazing story. Thank you for sharing. Now here we are, Bridgette, the co-captain. Now you're a woman in service with the community of the Double Dutch Sub Club here in Goodyear. And you also have the responsibilities of your household, being a mother. How do you balance your commitment to the sisterhood as well as the aspects of your everyday life?
Well, I'm a mom first. So, when there's football games and practices, all of that is mostly during the week. So it really doesn't interfere with my responsibilities as co-captain for Goodyear. However, there are times when, there's a Saturday game and I'll just have to miss the meetup, but that doesn't mean, the show still goes on. We have Gucci and Shirley, our captain and co-captain, that let the show still go. But like I said, I'm a mom first, and my kids are definitely most important to me. So I want to be there at all their games and all their track meets. But again, having that time with my sisters is also fun. So the little bit of time that I have on Saturdays is just refreshing, a refreshing break from the mom responsibility aspect of it all.
Your genuine heart and motivational nature are so inspiring. Do you have any memorable moments where you witnessed an achievement of a personal goal of a member or anything of the sort?
I wouldn't say just about a specific member. It's just that moment when we have members who say, "Oh, I haven't jumped in 40 years, 30 years, or I've never jumped before." And, we get them in that rope, and in 30 seconds, they're jumping like they were when they were kids. That is, and the happiness that it brings them, and the joy and the excitement, that is everything to me. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing as co-captain, because I love to see that joy on everybody, on their faces, when they see, like, I can't do what they just said. No, I can't do that. And then in 5 minutes, they're jumping double dutch. Like, look what you just did. You just told me you couldn't do it. Like, look at that achievement. And that's just, I love seeing that.
Perfect. Well, that leads us into our next question on how do you ensure that each person in the subclub feels acknowledged and seen? And why is this aspect so important to you in fostering a supportive community?
I'm just that person that I feed off of your energy. I love to see the happiness and joy that each person has coming to every meetup, coming to the just jumping and having a good time with their sisters. And so I hug everybody when I see them, just making sure they see that, I see them, and I'm glad they're here. I'm glad they come every week. And it's just an honor and a joy to have everybody come back and play with us.
Wow. Bridgette, your passion and dedication are evident to everyone who meets you. What advice would you give to someone looking to make a similar impact in their community through volunteer work or other forms of service?
I would say, like, you definitely be sincere. Have a sincere heart. Want to do what you're doing. Don't just volunteer just to volunteer. Like, I'm doing this because I enjoy being with my sisters. I enjoy laughing and having a good time, and 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 creating even more memories from childhood memories, if that makes sense. Um, you got to have the heart and the passion for it. What you do, what you love to do. Can't go wrong with that.
Beautiful. How has your involvement in the 40 Plus Double Dutch Club impact your relationship with your family, your friends, and what have they said about your dedication to the sisterhood?
What I can say is that I see a commitment in my boys. They want to volunteer in the community a little bit more themselves. They want to be involved in our mobile food pantries. They've actually done community service outside of 40 plus and done stuff on their own. I think them seeing me doing things for our community and helping other sisters with anything inspires them, and I think that's making them a better young men, to lead by example. Um, my boyfriend Troy is always supportive of anything we do at 40 plus, whether it's helping with anniversaries or, events or things. Like, my family is very much a big support for uh, for the things that we do with 40 plus, even though they are men, but they do support everything that I do with 40 plus Double Dutch Club.
And last but not least, what role has the 40 plus Double Dutch Club played in your personal growth and well being since you started participating in the movement?
As far as like my family and my friend circle was tight. Like, I have my tight family friends, and then there's just like acquaintances. I have let I have I have met so many women that have become family that it is crazy. Like, because like I said, like I kept my circle tight, and to have met so many women who are like minded, who are just who've turned into family, friends who've turned into family. It's just means so much to me. Like, it's this is just a sisterhood like no other. And I have met so many wonderful women. It's just been asked for nothing better. Mm-hmm. That's not something that I done that I did. Like, it's been the same people for 20 something years. And then now I have, like, 20 something more sisters, like family. We have there's 40 plus sisters, and then I have like my family of 40 plus. You know what I'm saying? I have family 40 plus sisters. It's pretty cool. I gained some more family members.
Bridgette, I want to thank you for being vulnerable and opening up and sharing your history with us. Thank you for finding the words. You opened up your heart to us, and it shows. We feel it at every meetup. A lot of us come back because of the example that you set. You have embraced and made it personal, the 40 plus Double Dutch mission on sisterhood. So once again, we thank you. And at this time, we want to now acknowledge you, one sister at a time. So sit back, grab your tissues because the waterfalls are coming.